What you're going to notice about this strategy is that it requires that you pay deep attention to the other person. Naturally, you're usually self-absorbed, usually because maybe you were born good looking for the lucky ones, usually maybe because you were given everything. And so because of that, you never felt the need to actually charm people. You never felt the need to actually use strategy. You never felt the need to actually use your head and win over their hearts and mind rather than just like expect people to bow down to you. That's just called being entitled. And eventually you're going to get older and reap the benefit and reap what you sowed. And this also happens in relationships where you're dating someone, and because they're so there for you, you also become entitled to the long-term partners that we're with. And your partners, even yourself, you resent the fact that this person stops trying. This person stops paying attention. This person stops trying to impress you. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know? So you guys might be watching this and say, oh, this is evil. But listen to me. The natural progression of almost any relationship is complacency, where both partners get comfortable. They assume they know you, you assume you know them, and you stop paying attention. And that mentality is the death of that relationship. Eventually, over the weeks and months and years, that relationship will deteriorate because of the lack of movement. The lack of movement between both people. They stop trying. And in order to fix this, it requires an understanding of their nature, paying attention, and some strategies. You could call it manipulation if you want. You could call it that. But any smart person who has kept a long-term relationships have applied these strategies. I don't care who you are. You could be Christ himself. Even Jesus, one time when he went to the temple of God, what did he do when he saw people gambling? He was pissed off. He needed to show them that, yeah, I'm Christ the Lamb, but I could be Christ the Wolf too. Rawr, motherfucker, right? I could be Christ the Lion as well, not just a lamb. And so God understood that part of human nature because he created you. And that's self-absorption. You're going to notice that people just won't react to you the same way they used to. And that's because you never used what you have over here. You never used strategy. And because strategy requires you to stop thinking of yourself and to step into another person's point of view and to think how they think and mirror their values and understand their strengths and weaknesses. This type of paying attention in and of itself, not even with applying strategies, this type of deep attention loosens people's defenses and it makes them more open to your suggestions. It makes them more open to give you stuff, to be seduced by you. Even when they know you're playing games, they love the attention that you're given to the point that they don't care what your intentions are. So this strategy comes down to two things: confusing and disorienting. You know, a lot of people believe that this is a game of manipulation, and it sort of is, right? But what people don't understand is that people want to be guided. People want to have this type of deep and intense experience. There's too many people who don't pay attention. Too many people who want the people to bow down to them without really understanding their psychology, really understanding their point of view. So you do this by taking the line of least expectations. Why confuse? Well, because it splits them up inside. Right? It allows them to release their irrational self. There is a certain pleasure that we all feel when we're feeling confused and we're acting out of our confusion, right? It feels pleasurable to not know what they want and to pursue it. There's dopamine in that because the aggressive action that people take when you confuse them requires dopamine for them to actually move. Because like as I said, dopamine is not just about feeling good. Dopamine is literally about taking action and moving. Like dopamine controls your movement. So this is what gets them inside. And so you split them up inside. They second guess everything that they do because that's what confusion does, right? And they'll seek you for stability in your reactions and in your pattern. And what does this do them? What does this do to them? Well, it numbs them, not numbs them. It allows them to forget about their problems, right? It gives them some purpose. It gives them something to do, something to think about, something to be obsessed about when they live in a world where they have to put up the adult exterior, where they have to act civil, where they have to put on a straight act, when in reality, they're beaming with irrationality, or they're beaming with intense emotion that they want to release, and you're giving them that opportunity. So there are two moves we're going to be doing: the superficial move and the underlying motivation, right? In war, those are the only two moves that you really enact. And the way to do that is through using smoke screens, right? Smoke screens are pretty much what the whole world is made out of smoke screen. Look around you, everywhere you look, there are smoke screens underneath everything that you're doing. Right. And there are two types of smoke screens that are the most powerful to human nature. The first one is the verbal smoke screens, words, which is used to disorient and confuse and to mislead. Right. And again, this seduction is something that even the people that you're with, even your boyfriend, your girlfriend, it doesn't matter who you're with. This is what people want. I am telling you. Students, for example, in the psychology of teachers, students want a teacher who is strict, but also nice, right? Who has a contradictory appearance, where from her ordinary look as a teacher comes extraordinary. In other words, her ordinary, simple appearance, but behind that there is a strictness. There is order. You might look like a very happy person, but behind that you have a harshness to you. That happy exterior allows you to express the harshness within you. And so the smoke screen is pretty much preparing people for the extraordinary, for the darkness, right? And even you use the smoke screen of negativity to prepare them for the positivity. In other words, when things, if you're seeing someone and you don't know whether or not you're being too needy, for example, before you get, this is just an example, and I am going out of the video. If you're going to give them a gift, before you give them a gift that might look too needy, you first act cold a few days prior, right? Now they're doubting themselves. Now they're asking what's going on. This is a change of pattern. And then you give them the gift. And now that balances everything, right? If you're afraid, for example, if you're afraid of looking needy, right? So you hide the extraordinary behind the banal. You hide the needy behind behind complete independence. You hide your niceness behind a facade of hardness, where you make people break through the hardness to get to the need, to get to the emotional, to the openness, and that is a reward for people. People find pleasure in that. So let's talk about the two smoke screens. One is verbal. In seduction, never tell people what you really want. Tell them something complete opposite so that their guards are down, right? For example, if you really want money and support from an organization, you don't go to them and ask them for money. No, you promote their cause as a way to promote your cause, as an example, right? You never fully ask people for what you want. That's too direct. So that they can surrender to you, you must be able to scramble your signals. Appear interested in somebody else, for example, a decoy, and they have interest in a target, and then feign this interest, right? Another example is, like I always tell people, I have people who are too needy, clients who are way too goddamn needy, right? And I tell them, I know you want to give them a gift, but before you give them a gift, you have developed a reputation of being needy. So you can't be giving them a gift. What the hell's going on? So if you're being hard-headed and you really want to give them a gift, just create some doubt in their minds. They have already an image of you, of being needy, and it's a little cycle, right? So you scramble that by giving them a completely different pattern, so that then you could present to them that gift. And in the moment of confusion, in the moment of doubt, then you could give them that gift. And that's an example, right? And then once you give them the gift, then maybe you pull away a little bit, right? And this is the exciting part, the excitement. This type of excitement people crave in life. Life is too banal. Life is too much routine, and we have to, in life, suppress our impulses. You're giving them the opportunity to actually express their impulses without any legal or like true consequences that makes any sense. And you're going to become that vessel where they're able to experience emotions that they just don't feel in daily life because of the constraints that we have, right? Another smokescreen, the next power. So remember, you just conceal your intentions. If you want a relationship, you tell people you don't know what you want, right? And it's crazy because the girl did that to me, right? Well, yeah, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But where she told me that she just wanted to be friends, right? And I'm like, okay, sure, right? And we were actually real friends. And then one time she gave me a gift for my birthday that was so well thought out. Like, honestly, it was really well thought out that I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, what does this mean? And then the next few days, she was way too busy in school, so she couldn't hang out, but she gave me the gift. So for the next few days, there was complete distance. But then she gave me something that was so close, right? And that did confuse me. I'm not even gonna lie. It made me think of her more differently, and it made me kind of like her. I didn't eventually. We didn't go out. I didn't like get to that point, but it kind of like for a moment, I felt like I was like nudged out of my balance. I was like, whoa, that was unexpected. You know what I'm saying? And because it requires so much thinking, it just made me say, okay, what does this mean? Now I'm in a state of confusion. Now I want to see you to see how I can put this into context so that I can interact with you, so I can make sense of this. And now they're thinking deeply, right? Another smokescreen is our gestures that confuse. You've told them you want friendship, but your gifts say more than that, you know? Now, why does this work? Well, always remember, people trust appearances, right? This is why politicians are so powerful, because people trust appearances. It's difficult to look beneath the surface of everything for plenty of reasons. So when people trust appearances, and then one moment you show desire, and then the other moment you show indifference, it confuses them. It's like the story of the sauna guy, right? People are like, oh my God, that sounds gay, right? Now, where this sauna guy was really friendly to me in the sauna. I never talked to him. I'm like, this dude's talking to me in the sauna. This is weird as shit. But I give people chances. And we had a fun conversation. And then the next day at the YMCA, I saw him in the hallway, and this guy just literally didn't even say hi to me. I'm like, he didn't even look at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this guy was friendly to me in the sauna, and now we're outside in normal temperature. Now you don't even want to say hi? Well, like, what the fuck is going on? You know? What was it, like a one night sauna? Like, what the fuck? And it did confuse me. I'm not even gay. And I'm like, dude, I thought you were friendly. So it kind of like, you literally broke what I thought of you. Right. All right. If you guys enjoy these videos about stoicism, dating, relationships, self-help, moving up in life, I would recommend you guys check out some of my courses that I have for sale. These courses are courses for men and women. For example, Nice Girl, Nice Guy is a course about how to become more assertive. Natural Chemistry is a course for women that I have on how to develop strong relationships. Dark Game is a controversial course that I have for guys on how to attract women in their life and keep it. It's not as dark as it seems, but we do talk about some dark psychology in here. Psychological Game of Attraction is a course that we made for women who are single. And as you see, we have a course about how to develop charisma, emotional mastery, which is a course about how to develop a meditation practice, and how to improve your emotional life to become more resilient, to not let rejection hit you so hard, to be able to bounce back from failure. I have a course called Nice Guy, which is a course for guys who are single and guys who want to be able to develop more assertiveness training, right? Most of these courses come at $99. And there you could also purchase the bundle where you guys can purchase all of the courses in one go at a discounted rate, right? We have a bundle for women and a bundle for men. So click in the description down below to check them out. You could browse around and see the courses that you like. And if you don't like them, you guys can ask for a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I'll give you guys the money back, okay? And in fact, we actually have a new one for women right now we're developing. It's called The Feminine Woman. So if you're a woman watching, this course is specifically to help women become more feminine, to embrace their feminine while embracing their masculine energy. And I'm actually going to make a course for that, like that for men, which is called a masculine man, which is a course on how to develop masculinity and develop masculine energy to attract women in your life, to attract business success in your life, to be able to be better socializing, to read people better. It's truly an all-around course. So if you guys want to check out those courses, click on the description down below where it says purchase the courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.